Oh my god, hey you guys!
Oh, wait, I got
hello.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do like a light thingy.
Okay.
As you can see, we're on a video now.
We're literal podcaster baddies. Oh my god.
Don't mind it right now. It's kind of trashy, but trust. Like once me and
No.
Jewel start getting more followers and we actually start making money off of these, it's gonna be
Honestly,
game changing. It's
gonna be
because
game-changing.
we had. Oh, first of all, welcome back to the long-awaited episode of Young and Traumatized. We're gonna. I don't know how this is gonna happen, but basically, we had to do like a whole YouTube right now because we want you guys to be able to watch them also live through this.
Honestly, that's the best way though, because I love watching podcasts. Just pop it up and just live your little life and be like, oh, gagged.
Me too. I eat up podcasts, but yeah. So,
but please tell us if you guys do not like this, because we have been fighting for our lives for the past 2 hours trying to become tech gurus. We tried to have our logo back here on the TV.
But like it didn't work.
It was so bad.
It was just not working. Like my Chromecast doesn't work. I guess somebody buy me a new one. But like basically the Spotify, like at first we're gonna start making money because it said we only need 50 listeners, and then it was like actually you need 100, and then it was like actually you need 200. So I was like, oh, okay, so we're never making money. Like we're supposed to have sponsors by now, but like we don't.
We were already supposed to be literally rich and famous.
If you guys are watching these and not following, what are you doing? Like, go hit that follow button right now.
We also have an Instagram
and on YouTube. Yeah, we just started an Instagram. So yeah, I guess we could just dive right into this podcast. Yeah. Also, we don't have an intro, so if anybody's like tech guru realness and like knows how to do that, hit us up. Yeah. We just did an email also for our podcast, so I'll put that on the Instagram business inquiries.
Shirts might be coming soon once we get.
No, it will not. They will not.
But will you buy them?
So the reason we were gone for so long, it was just me. I was the problem. So basically, Joel was like, "Please, like, we need to record another episode." Like, and I was like, no. It's because I got really depressed. Okay. And also, I just thought it was gonna be kind of stressful because I was like, well, we're gonna be going to different universities soon. For those of
that shut it down quick. Though.
Yeah, for those who don't know,
when it was shut down at. Which is so wild because we also still saw each other at least once a month. And I was like, let's do a podcast. And I was like, no.
For those who don't know, I ended up going to Cal State Fullerton because we were talking about college decisions in our last semester. I don't remember if we talked about it, honestly. But I ended up going to Cal State Fullerton, and Joel goes to...
I go to UCR.
Go Scotty the Bear. I don't...
Yes, Tufts
mine's Tusks up. But...
Oh, wrong fingers.
But yeah, so I was like, okay, we went on a little hiatus, but it was a me problem. But you guys missed us so bad. I was like, I guess I'll bring it back. Like,
you gotta come back out.
It was just Leslie. Shout out to Leslie.
Shout out Leslie. We miss her. Davis bound.
I know. I think she's back already. Actually, so
are we fully dropping her location? Hello. I'm scared.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I guess. I don't know. But with this episode, we wanted to talk about our college experience because we just finished our first year.
Yes.
I think Jewel literally just had her finals.
Literally just moved out of the dorms literally today.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh my god, you know who I need to see? My bestie Val. Let's go.
Get in. But yeah, so let's dive into the questions.
Also,
I guess
I'm getting like camera shy. Like I'm like moving my chair. I'm like it's very like.
Well, I had put down like a poll. What you guys want to hear. I was talking about for the next episodes, but y'all did it for this one because me and Joel were already planning to talk about our university experience, but y'all really were real curious.
I know, and it was more than just Leslie. So that's why we were like,
well, Leslie did drop 3 ideas.
Yeah,
but like, yeah.
But
so I have a little notepad. The first question was Hazel and Leslie. Okay. You guys asked for our freshman horror stories.
Yeah, freshman year was a ride. A literal roller coaster ride. Like, I don't even...
And how so?
Oh my god, do you want me to say it?
I'm gonna put your little notes here, just in case you forgot what you were gonna talk about.
No, I can start, I guess. I mean, mine's pretty, like, intense for the first, like, 10 minutes of this podcast, but...
That's what we're about!
Young and traumatized. So, cut to first party of the year, okay? So it's at... I go to UCR, so Riverside, okay?
Addie dropped.
But okay, Riverside is not like a cute little suburb town. Like, let's just put it that way. Like, we in the ghetto. So the first party I go to is like not even at a house. It's fully at a pool deck in an apartment complex.
Oh.
But I was ready. I was like, let's tear it up. Like, and so was everyone else. So this is fully like, we're getting patted down at the door. I'm already like,
what?
Yeah. Like,
is that a regular thing?
Yes.
For those who don't know, I hate parties. You will never catch me at one. Jewel tried to bring me out to like Riverside so many times, like to party and dance, and she'd be like, "Oh my god, this one's Hello Kitty things. Do you want to pull up?" I was like, "No." I stopped that real quick. I was like, "The brakes, no."
Pump the brakes hard.
That's not happening. I literally hate parties. I just don't like the environment it's in. It's very overstimulating to me with the music so loud. I'm there to yap. And I literally can't hear anybody with the music. Like, I get so frustrated. So it's just not gonna happen.
That was just not gonna go out. That's it. Period.
Real.
And that's on that. So yeah, it was a fucking vibe. And I went like my freshman year, like first quarter group. And that was a wild ride. But
we'll get into that a little bit.
Because Val clocked them the first time Val met them. Because here's the thing, me and Val are so like the same person. Anytime we have like a friend group or people that we're like, okay, what are the vibes? We have each other like fact check them almost. Like, and literally FBI agent. So Val came, we did a dinner, and Val literally the minute the dinner was over, Val was like, I don't fuck with it. And Val goes, this isn't gonna last.
Ooh. I said that actually before I met him because I'm a fucking empath. Oh my god. No. I don't know how to edit the curse words out of YouTube, so this video will not go well.
Oh my god, do you think it's gonna take down?
Demonetized.
No.
But I'll try to figure out how to do that.
Let it ride. Maybe. We'll see if they take this down.
Yeah, we'll find out on the first video. But yeah, we have 0 subscribers. That's a bug. But yeah, I hadn't even met them yet, but I was like, no.
Yeah, Val was not fucking with it
I didn't like the stories I heard. I met him one time. I'm so sorry, like, for the people who are listening, and you are the person we're talking about. Like, I was like, I did not like it at all. Also, I forgot to lock the door, so we might have a special guest. Yeah, I'll cut it out maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
It'd be really funny if your intro is your mom yelling at you in Spanish.
She would. She would.
That should be the intro.
You're done.
Okay, so it was a vibe. I thought the first party of the year was a vibe. So there was some vibes happening. I had a good time, but I am a very perceptive human. Like, even if I'm like litty titty, like, I'm still completely clocking everything that's happening around me. Okay, unless I'm in like an extremely safe environment, which I wasn't. Hello. And
Joe just got a Duolingo notification.
Okay, well, that's my side quest. I'm gonna learn Spanish. Like, I'm gonna learn Spanish. It's happening.
That's why you cracked up. We can't take it seriously. I'm so sorry for all our visual people watching.
Okay, so I'm not even getting to the story. Okay, so I'm a very perceptive human being, and there was this old ass man. He was like literally in his 40s. So me being who I am, I go out loud to all these girls that I'm dancing with at the party. I go, whose fucking dad is that? And he like clocks me. And I look at him and I go, and then I'm yelling to all these girls at the party, and I'm like, whose fucking dad is that? And then there's another grown ass man in his 40s who comes in, and I'm like, oh no. Like,
why were we not like at least checking, hey, are you a student? Like,
no,
let me see that student ID.
Let me see that student ID. It's crazy. Well, yeah, no. So we don't do that. And so, you know me, so I like clocked it, and then I saw him signaling to the other 42-year-old guy at the party, like with his hands like underneath like his shirt, like he was like going like this, like making signals. And I like clocked it, and then I saw him like point at the friend group that I was with. Mind you, I'm with some very petite men. Okay,
I'm dead.
I'm not getting like, I'm the bronze of this operation,
right?
Like, I was like,
you're carrying.
I was carrying. So when we pulled up to the party, mind you, I drove. So I was not like bad. That's the other thing too. I wasn't drinking or anything, like, because I was driving. I was DD. And so I pull up, and then the party is like literally popping off. So I park like across the street in like this parking lot of like a 7-Eleven. And so we park, and then we just walk to the party. Everything's going good, and I clock them. So then I tell like my friends that I'm with them, like, hey, those guys are definitely like watching what we're doing and are gonna try to like kidnap us.
So everybody else was drunk, right?
They were not everybody. There was a few people that were like, "Oh, baby, I'm gonna need you to pull it together," but no, because this other person that I went with was
just
sober.
not vigilant.
They're just not vigilant. But all the people that I hung out with, like my main few people, came from like very affluent backgrounds.
Affluent,
like rich baddies.
Oh, okay. I was like,
so they don't know what it's like. So they don't know what it's like to be like, keep your head on a swivel. And so we're leaving the party. Like two of the baddies they're gone, and I'm like, it's fine. Like we're being fine. So I clocked them. So we leave, and then I see
how many of you guys were there?
Okay, so I came with 3 people, ended leaving with 5. And we were lap sitting in my car because people were like, because their friends were leaving them there. Because remind you, first party of the year, they're like, I want to stay. So then people were leaving, and they're leaving their friend. They're like, hey, Joel, can you take me home? And I'm like, I'm not going to leave this drunk person here.
You're real, because I do that.
Oh my God, please.
Well, I'm not going to get into that, no, but I have done that.
Yeah, that's, yeah, Val, no fucks given.
Yeah, like, I'm just going to get into it a little bit. In high school, basically we were at a party, and this person, literally anonymous, this person was very... But were they? Oh, well, we don't know, because a lot of people fake it. So I actually couldn't tell you. They were like annoying AF drunk, but I was just like, they were trying to get a ride with me and Jewel, and I was like,
Val should have done quick.
They were like, oh, I live here.
Well, because they should have by themselves, first of all.
Red flag number 1.
And then it started like happening, like they were getting litty, and then everyone was kind of like, oh, like were you going home with da-da-da-da? And she was like, don't worry, like I got it.
They were like, I'm gonna take a Uber, I think. I don't know. I think their plan was for their parent to pick them up at first, and then I was like, right. Yeah. So that's all I'll say. But basically I literally grabbed the phone, I put in their address, I put in the like Uber, I did it, and I was like, bye. I was like, you're not throwing up in Joel's car.
Which I so appreciate.
Keep it at a buck. I was like, no, we're not having none of that.
Because me and Val didn't drink at that party. So I was like, you're just being annoying. But then when I was like, yeah, like that's fine, they can take you home, then she started throwing them back, like throwing back shots. And I was like, no, I don't fuck with that. No. I don't fuck with that at all. I'm gonna need you to sober up.
Yeah. And yeah.
Okay, where was I at? We were walking across the street. Yeah. And I fully clocked them, and I was like, oh, yeah, these guys are fully following us. Mind you, one of the people that had pepper spray left it in my car.
Be so for real. Then why did you bring it? Like, oh, literally one time I brought, you know the little,
the rape
whistle that I have? Yeah. I literally brought that to Disney because it's attached to my keys. And then the security guard was like, you can't bring this. Like, and I think they were trying to make me bring it back to my car, and I was like, bitch, be so fucking for real. I went in that damn security line already. Like, I'm getting in. Also, why was it a problem? Were you trying to assault me? Like, why can't I bring my whistle in? That makes no sense. I was like, it's attached to my keys. I was like, I brought this multiple times. It's never been a problem.
It low-key could look like a car, like, clicker, though. That's what's crazy.
Literally, I was furious. I was like, you did not just piss me off while I'm about to go to the happiest place on earth.
You're so ridiculous. Like, you in the
like,
Disney.
Die.
Val's a Disney adult. It's pretty foul.
Stop. No,
yeah, you are.
Not.
Cut to all the ears.
I'm not a Disney adult, you guys. Like, I don't have an ear wall.
Right.
So, yeah. I don't have multiple lounge flies, like, up there. No, never me.
Yeah, real. So then cut to, we're walking across the street, and I fully clocked them, and I'm like, yeah, they're fully following us. And I was like, oh, do you have your pepper spray? And the person was like, oh, no, I left it in your car. And I was like, vibes.
Idiot.
So I just say, like, let's get some pep in our step then, y'all. Let's get some pep in our step. So then they're like, oh my God, we're being followed. And I was like, I'm actually a female, so that happens. Like, so then we duck. I'm like,
wait,
okay, let's.
All guys?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's one girl.
Got it.
And so we duck into the 7-Eleven because I'm like, okay, let's go get pepper spray, or let's see what they have, like the 7-Eleven.
Let's get a match. Burn them. Salem witch trials.
And because, mind you, they were signaling to each other at the party, so I was like, oh, yeah, they're for sure going to kidnap us. Oh. So then we're in the 7-Eleven. They're like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, we are right next to San Bernardino, which is, like, the #1 sex trafficking capital.
I went there for a concert.
You're so dumb.
Random fact.
Fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
And so we duck into 7-Eleven, and I go up to the thing, and I'm like, do you guys have like pepper spray or a taser? Like, what do you guys have? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, go get some like something to spray. So I tell one of the guys that, and he gets the pump, like, for body misters. So it was that, but it was for tires.
Hello.
So if we were getting chased, it would have been
just air or what?
Well, I was thinking you were gonna get like a Raid can, like a Raid rat spray or something. Like, nope. We got a pump mister. And so then he goes up to
Did he go alone into that store?
No, we were all in there, but remind you, the other people that we were with like couldn't lift up their head. So I was like holding people
oh my God.
on my shoulders.
I thought you said they didn't drink.
No, only the other girl that I went with didn't drink.
Oh, okay.
But everyone else was like
gone.
Not gone. They were just like
they were gone.
They were like, what's happening?
And you can't lift up your head.
Okay, fine.
Baby, don't
whatever.
pull up.
Baby, don't pull up is crazy. And so I was just like, okay. So I didn't even realize, because I said, oh, go get like a can of something. And then he walks up to these other chicks that were at the party, and then he was like, can you help us? We're being followed. And obviously these are 3 girls who are just like, no. Like,
right. Like, you're getting followed.
And then they were like, you don't have anything? So then this random like 6'4" nerd man comes in. Like, Def went to like Anime Con. Like, that's just the only way I can describe it. Like, he was in a Superman hoodie. And I was like, that's so symbolic right now.
You're done.
So then this 6'4" man, this 6'4" man walks us to my car, and I like open my car. And mind you, at the time I had Priscilla. If you were my friend in high school and you knew Priscilla, like, she was a ride. Like,
Priscilla is not a person, by the way. This is fully Jules' car.
She was my
love.
Her
name is Priscilla.
Her name was Priscilla, and you had to use a wrench to get in the back seat. Because
it was broken. Does it still have a wrench?
No, I took the wrench because I got a new car.
Priscilla is no longer with us.
She's no longer with us.
But that's a story for another day.
That's a story for another day.
We'll talk about it at the end after we get through all these questions.
Oh my God. And so we had to wrench them in. So everyone, mind you, I had more people with me than could fit in my car. So we're lap sitting. We're fighting for our lives. Mind you, it was like a 2-minute drive. Like, we're fine. Like, we're not far at all. And it's fine. So then these girls and the 6'4" man like walk us back to our car. But yeah, and I was like, yeah, like those guys were probably gonna kidnap us. Like, I'm gonna be honest. And then I'm like, oh, what did you even grab? And then he busts out the fucking spray, the fucking mister, and I almost died.
Get the fuck out.
I thought it was so funny. But yeah, that's my first college party. I almost got kidnapped. But it was a fucking vibe. Honestly, I would do it again.
That's crazy.
It was so much fun though. Other than getting the kidnapped,
like, no.
Yeah, I did go out that next weekend.
Jewel would not even wait till like the weekend. Sometimes like it would fully be a Wednesday, and she'd be like,
"Okay, Wednesdays did not count."
Function. Like,
okay, it was a pizza party. It was a pizza like bar that they just added the DJ into after 9:00. It was not a party. It was just a DJ.
Sounds like a function to me.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous. It was not a function.
Also for me. Okay, for horror stories, I think like you guys wrote down like I don't even know, bad roommate stuff like as examples. You guys put like, oh, bad professors, blah blah blah. I actually had a freakazoid type like professor. My first semester, I think I took philosophy. Bro was a weirdo, and he actually was a weirdo cuz okay, I'm not gonna say too much, but basically, Valerie, shout out to Valerie. We both go to Cal State Fullerton, and there was this girl in her
It's my replacement.
Class. You're done.
Am I wrong?
Y'all don't listen to her. She's a liar.
Valerie's my replacement.
Girl. Anyways, but there was this girl in her bio class, and she was talking about that same professor, and I knew her. She was, sorry, no hate to you, queen. You were so annoying in that class. You never did your work. You were always asking some dumbass questions. And I was like, it was never that serious. You're just not paying attention in class. Let's keep it a buck. But basically, she said that the professor was getting kind of weirdo, giving touchy, like during office hours.
She's a victim.
Yeah, she is fully a victim.
Wait,
and she reported it. Yeah, and she reported it to like the admin or whatever. Nothing was done. They never pulled her in for her statement. So, warning. Still on that damn campus, you guys. Watch out. Try not to take them damn philosophy classes because I'm not going to leak his full name, but because I forgot it. But
stay vigilant, I guess.
His title was like doctor, just letting y'all know.
Doctor.
Yeah. But so that class, he fully was talking about penises in class, and I was like,
Oh
"This is a philosophy class. This ain't no anatomy
Well, he's trying
class."
to clearly get down. Clearly, he's trying to get some action.
Real, but he was talking
Like
about
a
the shape
freak.
of penises. Like,
Yeah.
okay, that class was such a
Weird.
joke. Like, it literally
Philosophy's so random.
as long as you were able to like clarify and say like, oh, this is why my answer is right, like you got the points for it.
You did it.
I don't know how. I was so fucking confused in that class. Sorry. I was so confused in that class, but I passed with a B. A win is a win. A win is a win. But I did not get that class at all. The tests were so hard and they were very difficult, very long. They were all free, right? So not multiple choice at all. You had to, it was really bad. But yeah, he was talking about penises in one of them. There was like a question we had on the homework, and then he was like, it's kind of like how when the penis, the shape of it, it is like a mushroom.
Did anyone like reply?
Everybody was silent. Gag. They were like, I was looking at people like
is this happening?
He fucking said like, and then they were like, I was like, right, like, I was like, help me, I'm a victim. Literally. But he was like, that's why the penis is shaped like a mushroom, and he was like, to easily insert and escape out of the woman. I was like, I can't do this right now. I
literally just got nauseated.
I was like, we didn't have to bring this up. You could have used a different metaphor, I think, like, or a different example.
Literally anything else.
And I was like, why?
Any puzzle piece, like anything.
You're a weirdo. You're a freak. So
yeah.
Also,
you guys are victims.
All the people in like Fullerton are gagged when I use the word freak. They literally think I'm like it's like a slur, and I was like, okay, because they think like a freak, like a
scandal.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, you're a freak, and then they're like, and I was like, not actually, damn, bitch. Like, I mean, you're a weirdo. You're an interesting human, weirdo specimen.
Specimen.
But they're literally gagged. They're gagged every time I say it, and I'm like, it was never that serious, you guys. So yeah, but you guys, they're too sensitive over there.
Oh,
so, yeah. But also, there was this a second semester. I had a astronomy class, and literally,
she was not real.
She was not a real human being.
Not real.
FaceTiming Jewel, or she'd be in the same room when I was in the class, and Jewel was like, what? Because it was an online class.
The funniest thing ever.
She was literally a bot.
She was not real.
But she taught another class like in OCC. So
okay, let's clarify who we're talking about.
My professor.
The professor.
Yeah, I'm talking about the professor.
Then we're gonna bring up a classmate.
Yes. So first of all, I'm just gonna talk about the professor for a bit. She was kind of a weirdo. Also, in the first class, she explained that the difference between astrology and astronomy. Ooh, bitches were butthurt. Because she was like, astrology is a pseudoscience, which means like fake science, like not actually science. Yeah, and then people were like, like bitches were gagged.
Because everyone that took that class
like dead.
Was like a co-star baddie. Like they were ready.
Yes, and we had a class. Discords, class discards. They're a fucking joke.
Really?
Every time maybe you have different thoughts, but every time I get, you just got sent a link to join a Discord. Get that shit on my face right now. Yes, I'm like, I don't want to be about like a part of your fucking.
They're
fucking
only
Discord,
helpful for.
They be saying some stupid ass.
Yeah.
Shit. I will open up my Discord right. Oh, I deleted it because I got so pissed. But I would if I had it. I would open it up and like literally read out loud the stupid ass messages.
Yeah, people just say whatever.
Like, what? Like, okay, I understand being confused sometimes, but I'm like, bitch, it was in the fucking syllabus. It was what? I'm like, if you just use the resources you had, and they're like, well, that's why. Like, because sometimes people would be like, you're fucking stupid. It's in the fucking syllabus, and they'd be like, well, that's why I asked because I'm confused. Bitch, just shut the fuck up. Those people don't deserve rights. Why are you in college?
Rights? So we're going off rights by Discord involvement? I'm scared.
Okay, I'm sorry. But the girls were gagged.
No,
the girls and gays were gagged in that Discord chat. They were like, I thought this was an they were like, I thought this was an astrology class.
Did you not read?
But you can't fucking read. Bye. And it has class details in it. Jewel always says that people think that Jewel is the mean one in our friendship.
People do. People genuinely are like,
they're like scared to talk.
Okay, hold on. I just want to let me get close when I say this. People are always like, oh, I can't talk to Jewel. Like, she's just so, like, what do they always tell you?
They're
always Jewel's just so intimidating.
Yeah, they'll be like,
how?
She's mean.
I'm so nice. Get out of my face. It's because I'm a Scorpio.
You put out an aura.
What do you mean?
Like, don't fucking talk to me.
I don't put out a don't fucking talk to me aura. I'm very, like,
you can
yapper.
Get some sass sometimes in class. I think it's the tone of your voice and how you say stuff. I'm just
so sorry. Like, I just sound so monotone.
Oh my god, she doesn't like me.
Because when I'm trying to be, like, genuine.
We've gotten this multiple times because usually me and Jewel will be in the same class and I'll be like, oh, like, is it okay if my Jewel? And they'll be like, I don't think she likes me.
Every time. If you don't think I like you, just text me and I'll let you know. Ooh. Now what?
Just not that. Hit me up, DM me.
Literally, I can't stand. Oh my god, we were just talking about this. I cannot stand when people are literally. They'll say to other people, they'll talk about you behind your back. But why are you still following me on Instagram?
Ooh,
unfollow me. Thank you. That's my piece. Because don't just drop off the planet.
Actually, you guys should start doing that. Like, all the bitches that you guys didn't really fuck with in high school, just start unfollowing them. I started doing that, and I was like, I don't even talk to you. Never liked you. I was like, we were in one class project together. I was like, bye. But also, I like to be friends with everybody, so yeah, you never know.
That's my thing. I'm like, I don't feel the need to be friends with everyone. Like, I will if we're a good vibe, if it's vibing, like, let's fucking go for it. But if you're just gonna be like, oh my god, I don't know, but then you're gonna ask Val. Why don't you ask me? Because you know Val's just gonna tell me.
Yeah, they're so dumb. I had that happen to me. I think my sophomore year. Like, someone was like, "Oh my god!" It was when I was really close with somebody, and they were like, "Oh my god, I don't like this person." I was like, "Bye! I'm literally gonna tell them right now. Like, you're literally an idiot."
Like, it's so funny though because they'll be telling Val like, "Yeah, I just don't think that you'll like me," and Val's literally texting me,
and I'm like, "You won't believe who just said that to me, bro."
Well, now I don't.
Oh. Anyways, back to the question. So yeah, I had a really bad astronomy. Fuck. Oh, got my shit.
They're gonna take away that grade, that GPA.
No, but I barely passed that class too. I don't care. It was about the stars. I think I got a B in it.
Oh, that's not barely passing. That's fully passed.
Well, to me, it's bad.
Yeah, real.
Yeah. So that was really bad. But we also there was a classmate in there. She was literally a bot. She was not real.
She was not.
She was literally writing the professor the whole time. I was like, get off. Give everybody a chance. I was like, girl, come on. But like, I literally can't describe her.
I will literally never forget this one interaction. I'm sitting in Val's room. Val's on the Zoom, and they break out into discussion groups.
Oh, she does like DIY teacher. When we break out into discussion groups, like our group was the only one that would like actually talk. So there'd be like my professor would be like 5 people in each breakout room. Bitch, there's 25 people in our breakout room.
But what was so bad? This breakout room breaks out, and usually there's like a cool minute of awkward silence.
Right.
Like, who's gonna talk?
This is normal.
Who has their camera on? Then someone takes the lead, right? She literally, as soon as you tap join the room, she's sitting there, camera on like this.
Hi, like, you guys. How are we doing?
No. She doesn't even say all that. She goes, "Wow, that lecture was just wow." What do you mean, baby? We're on a Zoom. Did you see the stars bust out in front of you? Like,
she did do that. She was like, "Wow, that was riveting." I was like, "Baby, it was never that serious." I know it was about the stars, but it wasn't out of this world.
Oh.
Oh, that was funny.
Another W Rizzler.
But yeah, she literally said that shit to me. I was like, you did not fucking say. I literally had to get off the screen like laugh. Like,
we literally started busting laughing.
Like, there's no way
that just happened.
Me, but also she would be like, we would be in class and she'd be like, she'd be like, is anybody gonna go? She's like, because we were supposed to be doing certain questions. She'd be like, okay, I'll read it out loud, and then she would do it.
She would make everyone read it out loud.
Yeah,
it was
so she'd be like,
bad.
How about Stephanie?
It wasn't like, hey, what did you get for this number? Or do you understand this? It was.
She'd be like, let's see who reads question number 2, and then she'd be like, Stephanie, how about? Can you read that question? And they'd be like, I don't have the textbook, and then she'd be like, oh,
goodbye.
Like she would actually believe them, like.
Well, because you're not the teacher.
Yeah, so she'd be
you're not getting paid. Oh
my god, what? And then she'd be like, I'll send you the pictures for the textbook. Follow me on Instagram.
So she just did it for the Instagram followers. No. You can't make real friends. You'll make soul friends.
Oh, that is not true. That is not true, you guys. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, that astrology girl, she was not real. Also, I had a professor who literally hated his job the whole time. Shout out to my math professor, sub dog. He literally said he's gonna send me an email in 2 years from now when I'm legal, and he was like, "Mommy,
not
you guys."
When I'm legal. That's the wrong wording. When you're legally allowed to drink. Not he's not gonna be a.
It wasn't to me, you guys. It was to everybody in that class.
Beer.
Yeah, it was everybody in that class. He was like, "My favorite brewery is down the street. Like, I'll hit y'all up with the email in 2 years." He was like, "First round's on me." So
yeah, he was
like,
trying to have a cute celebratory moment, not be a freak. Let's get that clear.
But basically, he was literally like, "The Cal State system sucks. Like, I can't." He was like, "I can't believe I work here." He was like, "I went to this school for my master's or whatever," and he was like, "I'm just so disappointed in how the system works." But he basically was like, "Don't let anybody don't let anybody know, you guys." And then I'm putting it on this potty.
Ew! Please don't calling it the potty.
Val on the pod.
Been like, we're gonna film on the potty. No, like no.
PODDY, not TT, yo guys.
No, that's enough.
On the pod, and I was, but he basically
almost equally as bad. No.
But he was saying, he was just like, shh. Oh, I forgot what the
potty's insane. You were saying that he hates the Cal State system, and
he said don't leak this information, but he was like, we're supposed to fail a certain number of you guys every year, and he was like, I did not get into teaching for this. Like,
that's actually so foul.
But yeah, and he was like, we're supposed to make a certain amount of you guys fail, and that's why we make the classes hard on purpose. And I was like, huh? Like, the silence that was in the classroom. Keep in mind, this is a room full of yappers, and suddenly quiet.
Because everyone was just reflecting. Like, am I gonna be the one that fails? Like, everyone was literally thinking it.
Yeah, literally every time we get out of a test,
it was a high percentage. It was like 40%.
I think it was 16, actually. Anyways, but he literally was like, every time we'd finish the test, people would be like, "Oh my god, I'm not gonna pass. I'm gonna have to take this next year during the summer." And then I'll be like, "I thought I was doing bad. Like, I had a C." And then I'd be like, "Oh, what do you have?" They'd be like, "A 30." And I'd be like,
percent?
Yeah. There was a girl I met that she said she had 6%. And I was like, you weren't even trying.
And you're still showing up.
I know, that was the real bravery. That was the real soldier.
I would have withdrawn from that class.
But we have to take it because it's preparing us for our calculus class, depending on our major. So after I finish that class, I'm taking business calc next semester. Pray for me.
They're gonna do great.
But yeah, so he's fully in gonna teach a school in Norco now. I mean, not Norco,
Northern California.
Stupid. NorCal. You guys just euthanize me. Oh my god, I'm not a functioning human being.
No, you're functioning.
But yeah, and also we have so many no hate, but there's so many religious groups that come on our campus with like the little poster sign, and they're like, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. And literally even my professor got mad. My math professor, he literally went out the window. We're on the 6th floor, and he's like, oh my god, who's playing a video right now, like in class? Like, he literally thought that it was one of us, and we were like, oh, it's the people down there.
You're like, no, it's not.
And he peeked out the window. He's like, you're fucking lying. He peeked out the window. He's like, oh my god, what? He was like, we're on the 6th floor. How are we hearing that? And then he was like, anybody got... Ooh, I can't talk. He said, anybody got a sniper rifle? I was like, ugh! He was real brave. But in that class, it's taught in a flip method. For those of you who don't know, you basically are paying like $1,000 for the class for you to just teach yourself, which is literally idiotic.
Insane.
So you just watch a bunch of videos that are already pre-recorded at home, and then you do the homework at home, and you come to class and take the test or quiz. And my professor literally said, he was like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. So he would just not do it. Like, he would do the lesson in class. He would do he would make his own worksheets and stuff, and he was like, so I could get fired for this, y'all. Because he was like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. And
it's so weird.
At one point he was like, guys, please stop. Like, don't let anybody know. Don't let anybody know. But then, like, at the end, he was like, you guys don't let anybody know. And then he was like, but I'm leaving anyway, so.
Deuces.
Yeah, so he was like, whatever. And he had made, like, I'm going to leak all the info. He made a Google Drive where it was like all the answers. Well, not the answers, but like it was just like practice sheets and like it was like past exams, but it didn't have the answers on it. It was just like past exams. And he was like, technically, I'll get in trouble for leaking this. And he was like I'll get fired. But he was like, you guys can leak it if you had taken the class like last year and then you're retaking it now. And he was like, but this is all your guys' first year. So he was like, we're just gonna say, and then he picked out a random kid like in class because he volunteered, but he was like, we'll say blank did it. And then he was like, so every time we talked about his Google Drive with the answer, he was like, so I don't remember his name, but he was like, so Patrick, you got it? He was like, you gotta unlock everybody who needs the answers. Patrick got that drive. Like he was like, study Patrick's file, but in reality it was his file. But he was a real one. Like that's the only reason I passed that class. So thank you.
I know. I think it's so weird that your professors weren't deciding what they teach. Like at our university,
it was the coordinator, and she was the one that
had
the annoying
Cal State thing.
She had the one that had the annoying ass videos, and he would literally make fun of her in class because she would go danger in the video. Like when it was something that I was like, oh, like people get fucked up with this in for questions. She'd be like, uh-oh, danger, and he would literally say that in class. He'd be like, because remember, you guys, danger. And I was like, oh my God.
That's actually hilarious.
I was like, that's so crazy. And he was like, I've met her in real life. He was like, she literally fucking talks like this, you guys.
No.
It's not a joke.
Stop.
And I was like,
no.
Ooh. So I hope I never get her in my class. But
I know, I'll pray for you, really.
I know. Sorry if I'm like breathing heavily on this mic, you guys. It's really hot in this room. Oh my God, you could probably hear that annoying ass fan.
No.
It's going. Sorry for all headphone users. But yeah. We're literally already halfway through this podcast, and we're only on the first page of what we're gonna talk about.
I told you we had too many things.
Maybe
listed.
We'll come out with 2 episodes. Okay, y'all. If we have too much to talk about, we'll just make a part 2. And what's it called? Yeah. If you guys really want it that bad, we'll post it this week. If not, maybe next week. Drop next Friday. I don't know. But yeah, so the flip model sucks, but we're forced to do it. And like I have a friend who he has ADHD, so he literally can't focus in these classes. And he had emailed the professor. He was like, hey, this is just not working out for me. Is there any class that's like lecture based, like that I can take? And she basically said fuck you, like in the email. She was like that sucks for you. She was like, we can't do that. But she was like, this is the only way this class is taught. That's only in flip mode. And I was like, that's so inconsiderate.
But a math class in flip mode? I can get maybe a language arts class in flip mode. Okay. Maybe I can even tear up a science class in flip mode.
Also, this is literally diabolical because even when we were in high school, they never had math classes like for summer, like online. You had to have it in person. So I'm like, how are you expecting me to take it online? No. Like basically online because like hello, there's literally no teacher, no one's helping me. So I was like, this is so stupid.
But they'll take your money though.
But yeah. Also, I want to talk about this isn't really a horror story, but like the people I took first semester, I took the metro for first semester. Oh my God.
Okay, but let's run it all the way back. Let's run it all the way back. Val didn't take the metro because Val couldn't drive, or because they didn't have a license, or because they didn't have a car. They took the metro because they simply refused to drive.
Real.
Had to fully air it out.
Yeah, I think I already.
That was a choice.
I had my license already.
You had your license. You fully had a car.
True.
And it just sat there.
Real. I only like would take it for excursions. Like like on the weekend, my dad would be like, "Oh, it's your turn to drive." I'd be like, whipping it.
No, you were not whipping it. You were going to maybe Centennial.
Yeah.
And then you were still like, it had to be silent. Like no radio, no sound,
no nothing. So yeah. And I had to be with
no breathing. Yeah. And it had to be with a parent.
No breathing is crazy. But
it had to be mom or dad.
So I had there was those mean people at the metro. Why are you guys actually from hell? Like, hello? Like, I literally would take the metro. So I did a practice round before I entered school because I was like, I have to know what this is about. Like, I've never done this before.
Because Val has to have a routine. Val cannot be spontaneous at all.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I've actually never driven there before.
It's
like,
so devastating.
Someone's trying to do a hangout, and I'm like, oh, I've never been there. So I'm like, not happening. Oh, well. And I'm like, sucks. So, yeah, that's on me. But there was one time where we tried to do it as a family, like all 4 of us. And we bought these expensive ass metro tickets. They're not cheap what the fuck? The metro's supposed to be affordable. But it was literally the same
public
price.
transportation is so trash in the IE. Like, there's no public transportation here.
Yeah.
It's like you get a sketchy ass bus.
I wish there was more bus stations. That would be fire.
You get one sketchy ass bus that runs like 3 times a day, and then you get like a metro that you only get an AM and a PM.
Yes. Okay. The metro schedule was awful. It'd be like one at 7 a.m., another one at 8 a.m., and one at 6 a.m. And then after, the next metro didn't fucking run till 4 p.m.
So you were trapped wherever.
And then there was only 2 times in the afternoon, 4:14 and like 4:45. That was it. So if you were there later, nah, fuck you. You're staying there. Like, you're staying there. So yeah, and I was like, well, I'm cooked. So we just didn't end up doing it. So we spent like $50 on tickets, and then we were like, well, that's it. So yeah, but then we did it again with my mom, and we ended up taking it in the morning, or I don't even fucking remember what we did actually. I think my dad ended up dropping us off there, and after he was like, just take the metro back. So we took like the 414 metro, and we came back, but we didn't know which one to get on, and we were asking people, we're like, do you know, this is like the Riverside line, 91 Paris line? And then they were like, I don't know. And they would hop into the fucking metro in front of my eyes. I'm like, bitch, the fuck you mean you don't know? You literally just hopped on that shit. Like, I know you're not raw dogging it. You know exactly what type of
which one. Not to just be like, yeah, this is this one, or no, it's not.
Yes, I'm like, it took 2 seconds.
You could walk towards your metro as you say it. Like, so that's foul.
That was just evil. I don't know why they're like that. Different breed. And then nobody knows what they're doing at the metro. Like, we would ask around, and they'd be like, I think it's that one, but they're like, I couldn't tell you. And I was like, oh, right. So, F the metro. Then I started driving second semester.
F the metro's crazy. Yeah.
Oh.
This was
the next topic. Sorry, we're still on horror stories.
This might be one full episode.
Yeah, literally just the horror stories alone.
Yeah, I told you guys the first year was literally not real.
Yeah, so in February on Valentine's Day, I got in a car accident.
Nobody's gonna match your freak.
So I don't want to get into it too much because I literally screamed so loud. Yeah,
that was like fully traumatized.
It was really bad because I was with me, and then I had Vicky in the back. That's my sibling for listeners that don't know. And then I had Vicky's friend Kevin, and it was so bad. Like I literally was like, oh, I'm so traumatized by that. Like, how was your guys' experience? They're like, we're not traumatized by the car accident. They literally were like, we're traumatized about the screams of your screams. And I was like,
because you like couldn't get out of the car.
Yeah, so that wasn't my first instinct was not to call nobody. I literally would just start crying, and I was like, ah! Like, I literally was just in shock. I was like, there's no way this fucking happened to me.
Yeah.
Literally get out this car, and I like dropped to the floor. I was like, there's no way, bro. I'm like, seriously. So yeah, basically somebody hit me, and I ended up like skirting off, like all the way to the road.
Totaled the car,
like completely. Yeah, it was total
loss. It's a total loss.
I was like, right. It was both of our cars were total loss, but like insane. They had ripped out the, what is it called on the tires?
Front axle.
Yeah, I don't know car stuff, but they ripped out the front axle on my car, and then it was like, bye-bye. And because I told you, Joel said, like, I'm a routine person. So then my dad literally got a carbon copy of the same car, same model, because I was like, I can't drive another car. I already don't like driving in different people's cars. Like, when I drive my mom's car, I'm like, I literally hate it so bad. It's, like, loose. Like, she's not a virgin. Like, sorry.
I'm sorry.
No shame. But the pedal is like so loose. Like I literally I can't. So I was like, I can't do that.
I just won't do it.
So
it's okay though. You part 3, you drive to work every day
I drive now all the time.
Yeah.
But only to certain destinations, only to work, only to school, specifically on the 2nd and 3rd floor.
Yeah.
And
that's that.
Yeah.
But can we talk about how Val is so ridiculous? Val texts me, hey, I just got in a car accident, period. Just wanted to let you know.
Did I actually?
Yes. And I fully was at a party.
And see, I'm not good with that stuff.
You're not. It's okay. But then I like called you like twice and you didn't pick up. So then I called Vicky, and Vicky was like,
I was showering when you.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And then Vicky like told me everything, but Vicky's the worst storyteller ever. So I thought Val was dead. Like I was like, we're cooked. Like I thought Val was gonna be in the hospital. Like
oh my god,
because Vicky would like tell pieces of it and then be like, oh my god, but then this and start all the way at the beginning. And I was like,
yeah, I was
so
totally understand.
I
Like if Vicky was like, oh, Val was screaming so much, like I would assume that I was in the hospital.
It was so bad.
But so, yeah, Vicky had to actually call our parents because I completely forgot to do that for like the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oops. But the person that I got in a car accident with, they were so
rude, so disrespectful.
Like literally, sorry, he was a dillweed. I'm not gonna say what I'm actually thinking, but but he was a dillweed. Like he was literally spawned from hell. Like he literally was like making jokes like after the car accident and shit.
Mind you, the car's totaled.
He drove like a BMW,
like a little spanky, like 17-year-old
little
white boy.
Literally, I feel like common sense when you get in a car accident is, hey, is everybody okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, but he came up
you're
to
literally
me,
screaming, crying, shaking?
Right, he came up to me and he was like, oh my god, I just got this car.
Maybe you shouldn't be speeding down.
He was fully going 60 miles, like,
on the street.
On the street. The regular 30,
35, like.
Yeah. So I was like, wow.
So ridiculous.
That's crazy. It was really bad. I'm not going to get into it too much on the pod, but.
It was rough.
But, yeah.
So I literally was like 2 blocks away from my car. No, I think, yeah, it was like 2 blocks. It's like half a mile. And I was like, oh my god. So I'm literally in the middle of this party, and then I'm telling the people that I'm with, I'm like, my best friend just got in a car accident, I have to go. And literally swing this party door open, hit like 3 guys in the face with this door. Oh! And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I have to go. Like, I'm so sorry, I have to go. So I like book it out of this party and then start running to my car. So my dorm is like here. The party's like down here.
I think Jewel asked me like, do you want me to come over? And I was like,
I was already fully running.
I literally was, I
was in the car when I said, do you want me to come over?
That's crazy.
Mine was like 10 p.m. So
yeah, it was pretty late.
Dorm, me, and then my car's like way over here, like in a different parking lot, like pretty far from my dorm. Fully running with like boobs out, like party attire.
That's so true.
Fully booked it to my car, hopped in that hoe, whipped it all the way to Corona, and then I show up and I'm like, I'm fully in party outfit.
True. She looked good. I was like, the girl was out. Like, yeah.
And so I whip on this little cardigan that I had in my car, and it's like, clearly I was not in bed. So Val's mom and dad were just like, okay.
That's so embarrassing. The little, my little Alexa, my little thing just started talking.
So fully was like makeup done, and then I was just like, I'm here for you. Like, if you need me, like, da-da-da-da. And then, like, you told me everything, and I was like, I'm here for you, Pookie. Like.
But you guys don't understand. Like, I hate anything like that resembles intimacy. So like Jewel was saying that and I was like, yeah, like I was like I felt gross.
Yeah, Val
like I was
Val
like,
refuses to be taken care of emotionally.
I was like, ew, like you're giving me the ick. Like
I know, but I was like, whatever. Like I'm fully here for you, queen.
Yeah, I was like, please stop. I was like uncomfortable that people were saying like, oh, the good thing is that you're alive, and I was like, is it? It's crazy. Sorry, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking.
And then I drove back to Riverside at like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I was like, do you want to sleep over? You're like, I got class. Like, got class the next day.
Yeah, that'd be a GPA baddie.
That's crazy. Because Jewel fully has like Friday classes. At the Cal State, like that's not very, very common. It's very uncommon. Oh my god, next semester, bitch, I fucking have a Saturday class.
That's not real. I refuse to believe that.
But it's because I
refuse.
So
I told you not to take that
I wanted an online class, so I took the Saturday class.
So insane. That's diabolical.
Yeah, it's over for me. But you only have to show up for exams.
No.
Yeah. It's like 11. It's 11 in the morning. Yeah.
That's foul.
But horror story. Next horror story. It says ignorant campus at UCR.
People are just so ridiculous.
They're not real.
They're literally not real. Because people just be saying shit and you're just like, that was the most insensitive rude thing I've ever heard someone say.
I think I had stuff like that happen to me, but not too much. I was just like, it wasn't like engraved into my head. I was like, did you just fucking say that shit, bro? But like, I don't remember what it was. So yeah, it was never that serious.
I think my problem is I feel the need to like educate people.
That is very true. You'll speak your mind on something.
I will. And I think that's honestly, I don't know if it's a good trait or a bad trait because the people that genuinely know me are like, that's a good trait.
Yeah. it's a good trait, but I feel like for people who don't know you, they're like, oh my god, she's such a fucking bitch. Like, why is she even? They're like, why is she even correcting me? Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
no, but
they probably get
do
pressed.
it. I don't do it in a mean way. I'm like, oh hey, like
I think they think it's just like you trying to take them down a step, like humbling them.
I'm not even trying to do all that. I'm just trying to be like, hey, I wouldn't say that. Like that's, and then here's why I think that is an incorrect way of thinking, or that's why I think that is a like, harmful way. And they're like, this fucking bitch called me racist. And
yeah,
I'm like,
that's basically what happened. They're saying. Yeah,
true story.
Yeah,
and true. I'm like, I didn't say that though. I just said that you shouldn't say those things, and that comes from like white supremacy.
So the difference between me and Jewel's college experience is that she was fully in the dorm and I was commuting. So
wait, are we gonna do that? Should that be episode 2?
I don't know. Let's get to an hour and see what happens.
Oh my god.
So it says,
but we still have to talk about
like the bad neighbors.
My bad neighbors.
Yeah.
And you're fully trying to like, oh yeah.
I was just trying to transition, like,
or just cut me off. Got it vibes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So I dormed in AI, which is Aberdeen Inverness.
What?
Aberdeen Inverness? It's just the name of the dorm.
Okay.
They're all places in Scotland because we're like the Scotty Bears.
Oh, okay.
Which is so ridiculous, but it's cute. It's a vibe.
The Glasgow. The Glasgow. What is it called?
Glasgow.
It's a food place.
Yeah.
Glasgow.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Ours is called the Gastronome.
The Astronome.
People are trying to make it a trend to call it the Gnome.
That's foul.
You know who you are. And then I call it the Gasser Ass. Cause I've ate there and some of the stuff I'm like, oh, this is fire, and then I'm like, oh, but maybe I'm just catching them on a bad day. What? Your mic? Let me see.
My mic's blinking.
Oh my shit, mine is not doing that. Okay. It's broken.
I don't think mine works anymore, but so we're just sharing.
Just
I guess.
Talk on your mic just in case, though.
Okay, fine.
Oh, that'll be embarrassing if like you're like, oh, it doesn't work anymore, and then it's like fully recording your crotch, like.
I'm recording my crotch. She doesn't talk. She doesn't talk back.
You know, like his stomach gurgles. Like, I don't know, bro.
I don't know you like that. The fuck? Okay, it's good now.
Talk about your neighbors.
Okay, my bad neighbors. So my hallway was really social, which was a good thing, but it also was so embarrassing when I was trying to be out on these streets and everyone's just sitting in the hallway, and I was just like, bruh.
Sitting in the hallway?
Fire hazard! Please. And yeah, they would just police. Literally whoop, whoop. Not the UC police.
Yeah.
And it was just so ridiculous. But they were just such like a big, huge hallway friend group, and I literally thought it was so cute, but obviously I wasn't in it because nobody likes me. But I don't really care that much. I did not want to be a part. I hate big
that's such
groups.
A liar. Jules like, oh, I didn't care, but then the whole like, okay, for you whole quarter, like,
okay, it wasn't like, that I wanted to be a part of that friend group. I just want to be a part of a friend group.
I don't need a friend group.
But you have one.
No, I have one person that I talk to at my school.
I disagree strongly.
People are like, oh, you'll make friends. They're like, you'll make so many friends. Like, bitch, I stuck to the same friend that I talked to in fucking high school. Like, all the people that I used to know, I just stuck with people I already fucking knew. Because at Cal State Fullerton, it was a lot of people from our school went there too. So, I stayed talking to them bitches. Like, Valerie, like, I barely knew her in high school. I knew her for a little bit. We got kind of close in we were fighting. She was always turning off my computer.
That would piss me off.
Shaking my head. But yeah, that's why she thought you didn't like her.
That's not true.
Because she was like, oh,
I'm just protective.
Oh, you said something to her. I don't know what you said,
because
but
that day I already had enough. Okay, when you set the scene, I had already been like so annoyed, and mind you, you had already brought this up to my attention like the week before. You were like, "Yeah, Valerie keeps turning off my computer, and it makes me so like annoyed and upset."
Because I'm doing homework there, and I'm like, I finally get logged in, and then she's like,
and so so she does it, and I think I said like, "Why would you do that?"
No, you said something else.
What'd I say? You
said like, oh, that's how you like. Do you just not get enough attention as a child? You said that fully out loud, and she was gagged. Valerie, hit up the YouTube comments. Like, this literally did happen. Like, Jewel said that, and then Valerie went. What? Like shoes gag. I'm so sorry, Queen.
Sorry, Valerie. I think that's why every time I see her, she still doesn't talk.
She's still a little afraid. She gets nightmares every day. Like,
oh my
is
God.
that why you didn't get enough attention as a child? Played in slow mo, like reverbed, like everything.
Well, I was gonna say I apologize.
Oh my God!
I apologize.
She said,
semicolon.
Did you hear that? She said, I apologize.
Because it's like, well, why would you do that?
Okay. Okay. Oh my God, I cannot believe that was literally. We're on 54
I
minutes.
didn't finish my bad neighbor story.
Literally.
Okay, so my hallway is really close. They were always loud as fuck, which was fine, I guess. I was just like trying to get sleep because I was the only one that had a freaking job in the hallway. These people were up until 3 a.m, yelling, screaming, doing the absolute most. I have to get up at 8 a.m. for a shift, so I need you to shut the fuck up.
For real. For school, because as a commuter, I had to wake up so early.
Literally.
You guys, the traffic is actually deadly. Like, I was commuting to Fullerton. I'm gonna leak my Addy from Corona, and literally
that was linking the Addy.
Yeah. From Corona, literally, it would be like an hour every morning. If there was an accident, hour 30. Like, it got bad. But what's it called?
Insane.
Yeah, so I would literally wake up like 6:30 in the morning, get ready, go over there.
Insane.
Like literally fighting for my life, keeping my eyes open, like about to die. Surprise. No. Honestly, I'm a survivor.
Literally, it's a trooper, honestly.
Yeah. But keep on going, bro. It's just like,
dude, bro, just keep cutting me off.
I'm sorry. I'll forget about it if I don't say. I have a bad memory.
Okay, fine. So yeah, so those were like my surrounding neighbors in my hallway, but my upstairs neighbors every single night. It was happening.
People don't know that.
And literally every single night, they like all of spring quarter.
What?
All of spring quarter. Every night they were literally freaks. They were literally having
on that freak shit.
Do
you want me?
Oh,
Do
no,
you wanna love me like
okay, that's plenty. But it was literally so crazy because I was talking to my roommate about it, and she was like, "Yeah, because I'm sleep like a rock. Like I'm not waking up for no earthquake, no fire. Like I'm out. Like I am not waking up once I'm asleep." And so they would be going till like 3 a.m, like literally from like 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Like it was multiple hours. Like
10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Yes. And so my roommate was like talking about it. She's like, they're so loud. It's like they're literally stomping, screaming, like. But my roommate didn't realize that they were fully having sex. So she was like, yeah, they're so loud, like they're stomping, like, jumping on the bed,
all the
like.
Time.
So my roommate didn't get it.
She was probably thinking like, oh my God, that girl's a victim. Like,
no, she was like, there's so many people in the room, like, and I was like, no, like they're fully having sex.
Like, you're like, let me find out.
No, they were just literally so loud, especially on weekends, because at UCR everyone goes home for the weekend, which is so annoying. But everyone goes home for the weekend, so they would be so loud on the weekends. Like I literally could hear them like yelping. Yeah, so to whoever my upstairs
like
neighbor
was, animal.
Something was injured.
Girl.
So yeah, if you're gonna be at freaking college, like I'm gonna need you to zip that mouth.
Go somewhere else, bro.
You're down. No. You can keep it in your room.
I mean, like, go to a hotel or something. In the room, I'm like, they're not soundproof. Like, as much as you think they
like,
are.
Even if someone's on FaceTime, you can hear. Like, our
paper thin walls.
Like, I would hear my neighbor open their closet.
That's crazy.
Like, if their light switch, like, the dangly cord hit the mirror, you could hear it. Like, you could hear, like, people drop stuff in their room.
Next semester, Julie Poops is gonna be in an apartment, so we'll see what the difference is for those walls.
As an RA, woo, for
you 8.
Yeah.
But I guess we're at 58 minutes, so I'm just gonna call it a wrap on this episode.
Yeah.
And we are gonna hit you guys with multiple parts.
Yeah,
I guess
so that was our college nightmares. 4 episodes.
So yeah, because that was 1 page, bro.
I don't know if I have that in me right now.
I don't know, but yeah. So in this episode, just as a little, I don't know, like little summary, talked about all of
our
freshman
college
horror
nightmares,
stories. Like all the bad stuff that happened.
That wasn't all of it,
most of the bad
but that was
stuff
like
that happened.
quick highlights.
Yeah, I think those are for real on the Instagram highlight. Yeah.
Remember, follow YouTube, Instagram.
Yes. On Instagram we are young.and.traumatized, and then we just are gonna have our YouTube channel. I'll put that soon in our bio. And yeah, and then what else are we doing? I forgot what else. We had YouTube. Yeah, I think that's it.
No,
and then our
Spotify.
Our Spotify link is now on our Instagram bio as well. So you guys like, follow, all that stuff matters now. Because me and George are trying to get a little bit of coin, like support us, please. So yeah.
Okay, toodaloo.